Okay, so today's video is probably going to be really short because we're doing one book of the Bible, the smallest book of the Bible in the entire Bible, which happens to be Obadiah. In my Bible, it's only one page front and back, and I only wrote down 2, 3, 4, 5 notes. So this video probably won't be any longer than like 10 minutes. Which is surprising considering all my other videos are like 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, sorry. That was a weird hiccup. So, just after reading this book for the first time, I kind of just wrote down what it meant to me. And for that I wrote, what belongs to the Lord belongs to his people, and will be theirs at the end of the day, or at the end of time in general, because God says so, and what he says goes. That's kind of how it works when he's in charge of everything. What he says to happen will happen at the time it's meant to happen. So, first let's talk a little bit about who or what Obadiah is. Obadiah is a person, and the book of Obadiah is a vision given to him by who I'm assuming is God, because it's talking about how the Lord will do these things, and that's who that is. So it says the vision of Obadiah. So I don't know if he saw it in like a dream, or like a vision, like in That's So Raven, like that kind of, or a dream. So let's just go ahead and start. I try to take my time with this video and not talk really fast because I don't want the video to be 3 minutes long. And I know that I talk really fast when I get nervous. I just heard the couch close and it kind of scared me. Hold on, let me go see if they need me or something. Okay, I don't think they needed me, but if they do, I might have to leave and come back again. So let's start with the first one that I wrote down, the first verse, which is actually 3 verses, verse 2 through 4. And of course, I'm going to be using Bible Gateway just to simplify it because sometimes this is not easy to understand. Oh my gosh, my forehead is bugging me. So shiny. I don't know if it's oil or like that I'm well hydrated. That's oil. My fingers came back shiny. That's gross. Okay, let's just start with the verses. The verse 2 through 4 says, Behold, I will make you small among the nations. You shall be greatly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You who dwell in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. You who say in your heart, Who will bring me down to the ground? Though you ascend as high as the eagle, and though you set your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down, says the Lord. Ow, I hit my hand on my desk. So, this book of the Bible is about this town or body of people, Edom. It's E-D-O-M. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that's who this is about. And so in the easy to read version, the same one I used last time, it says, Edom, I will make you the smallest nation. Everyone will hate you very much. Your pride has fooled you. You live in those caves, high off the cliff. Your home is high in the hills, so you say to yourself, No one can bring me to the ground. This is what the Lord says. Even though you fly high like the eagle and put your nest among the stars, I will bring you down from there. So, and then for my notes, I wrote, God will humble those who think they are high and mighty and or above God and have no need for him. He will especially humble those who got rich by stealing or deceiving others. They may have their high now, but they are destined to crash and burn eventually. And I don't know why that makes me think of politics. I don't know who it's by, but I heard this quote that said, no man gets rich through politics unless they're a crook. And that specifically brings to mind the Clintons, but let's not get into that. We did last time a little bit. Let's just not go there. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is all the way on the next page, verse 12. The end of verse 12. I'm actually going to read the full verse because when I started to film this the first time, I read just the end part and even I was confused. So let's just read the whole thing. So verse 12 says, But you should not have gazed on the day of your brother and the day of his captivity, nor should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah. in the day of their destruction, nor should you have spoken proudly in the day of distress. So, let's read the easy version first, and then I'll talk about what I think it means. So, verse 12 says, "You should not have laughed at your brother's trouble. You should not have been happy when they destroyed Judah. You should not have bragged at the time of their trouble." So, God is telling Obadiah that the people of Edom should not have stood idly while people around them were in trouble or in distress, and they should have helped them any way they could, but they didn't. So that's why they're going to be punished. Which, when I read it the first time, I was thinking just like, don't be a bully, just do what you can to help those around you if you can. It doesn't have to be financially. It could be as simple as smiling at someone and making their whole day better. Or it could be financially, or it could be giving them food if they're hungry. It could be literally anything you can do to help someone other than standing there and laughing at them struggle. So, let's go to the next one, verse 15. Verse 15, and I think I also read 16 the first time I filmed this. Yes, I did. Okay, so verse 15 and 16 says, "For the day of the Lord upon all the nations is near. As you have done, it shall be done to you. Your reprisal shall return upon your own head. For as you drink on my holy mountain, so shall all the nations drink continually. Yes, they shall drink and swallow, and they shall be as though they had never been." Sometimes the Bible is hard to read, like the way things are phrased and the words they use, and just hard. So it's easy, or beneficial to have an easy to read version, which you can find on Bible Gateway. They're not sponsoring me, I just really love this website, and if you don't have access to a Bible, and you do have access to a computer, there you go, BibleGateway.com. So, verse 15 and 16 say, "The day of the Lord is coming soon to all the nations, and the evil you did to others will happen to you. The same bad things will fall down on your head. You spilled blood on my holy mountain, so other nations will spill your blood. You will be finished. It will be as if you never existed." So basically, God is telling Obadiah that he is going to snuff these people out because of what they did and how they treated people when they were in distress. Oh my gosh, my back itches and I can't reach it. And so God is just telling them, like, your time is coming to an end because of what you did to my people, and you will pay for it. So the next verses, is it verse or verses? I think it's 2. Okay, it's one, I wrote it down as one verse, but it's the end of verse 17 and all of verse 18. And that says, "The house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. But the house of Esau," we're going to go with that, it's E-S-A-U, Esau, "shall be stubble. They shall kindle them and devour them, and no survival shall remain of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken." So, verse 17 on Bible Gateway says, "But there will be survivors on Mount Zion. They will be my special people. The nation of Jacob will take back what belongs to it. The family of Jacob will be like a fire. The nation of Joseph? The nation of Joseph will be like a flame. But oh my gosh. I'm sorry. But the nation of Esau will be like ashes. The people of Judah will burn Edom, and they will destroy it. Then there will be no survivors in the nation of Esau." Oh wow, that was a trip, wasn't it? I promise I can read. I promise English is my first language. Okay, forget that. Let's go to the notes. So I wrote, "Those who follow God and his commands will be rewarded what was stolen from them, and those who stole from them will be reduced to rubble, and the others will prosper like a fire. This will come to pass because God said so, and there's no way around it." So my last verse that I put down is verse 21, the last line, and it says, "The kingdom shall be the Lord's." And then here it just says the kingdom will belong to the Lord. So basically, whatever people stole from the people of God will be returned to them in full, even if it means the people that stole it will be reduced to nothing. The video just hit 10 minutes, so I told you it would not be hopefully over 10 minutes long, but I was wrong. And then I wrote a little summary for it, and I just put, the Lord will take what is his and return it to those who truly and rightfully deserve it. So I guess I could say, like, don't be angry that someone took something from you, because if it's rightfully yours, it'll be returned to you, especially if it's something spiritually. Like if someone is just harassing you and stealing your peace, don't worry about it, because God's got you. He's always right there, right next to you. He's one prayer away. And you don't have to have all these fancy words to talk to God. I know some people that are like, I don't know how to pray. And I'm just like, you know how to talk, don't you? Like, you can just use like the smallest words and God will understand. He's not so like uppity that you have to use the biggest words that you can to talk to him. That's not true. You can just use simple, everyday terms. I just realized that there's 2 holes in my scrunchie. That makes me so sad. I'll have to sew it later. Alright, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really liked this. I never even read this book of the Bible before today, and I really liked it. So this is definitely going to become one of my favorites. It just is kind of reassuring to know that what God has intended for me will be mine, regardless of who tries to take it from me. If it's meant to be mine, it'll come to me in due time. And that's just reassuring. So I hope you guys followed along. Hopefully I remember to put the card in that says read the description, because I usually continue what I was saying there. I hope you guys have an amazing day. It's May 1st, right? Today's May 1st. My sister's birthday's next month. She's gonna be 12. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll see you guys. Oh, I finished my book. Where is it? Where's my book? Right here. I finished my book. So hopefully a book review video will be coming out soon. 2 videos a week this week would be cool, right? Okay, so I'll see you guys next time.